So last time I talked about anything serious on Warhammer, it was about some dude who tried to convey me that I should have nothing to do whatsoever with GW. Today is GW just wanting us all to not have anything to do with them. And quite frankly, it's making me a bit pissed. Like, actually really pissed. Hello everyone, Jack here with another video. So, as the honorary salamander and or celestial lion that I am, I like to extend a big hulking hug to everyone in the community right now. Well, at least for those who will come across this video. Because over the course of this week, I think that most of us have just turned into a bunch of sad boys and girls. And let me just lead in with this. This week has really not been easy for many people, and the previous one as well. You've seen a bunch of fans from different franchises really be at miss and in conflict whether or not they should follow the communities that they are part of. Well, the communities themselves are not really the problem, it's the companies. For me personally, it has been World of Warcraft, a game that I've dedicated a good 13 years of my life following, and really this week was not a good thing for it. You had some of the biggest massive creators who've straight up decided not to produce content for it anymore. Some leaving, a mass exodus from the game. The company's leaders who were some great a-holes who clearly did not care about a good bunch of their workers, nor their fans, obviously. And given their track record, I really don't feel like investing more time with them anymore. But there's still a thing there that I don't want to leave. That is usually just the connections that I made with people. The things that I've been introduced to, that has warmed my heart so much. Like I've met some of my best friends through this, my brothers from other mothers. Created bonds with people that are irreplaceable. And that is really sad. And I think that being brought to this franchise, I have changed quite a bit for me. And I kind of feel the same about one that I joined recently, which is the Warhammer franchise. And I have to preface again, this is but 13 years. For WoW, in comparison to GW that's been around for so long, like, I will be reading something like the Index Astartes and seeing clips of paper newspapers featuring Games Workshop stuff in there, like the lore about Logan Grimnar just being plastered there from newspaper articles. Well, obviously not from GW articles, but in newspaper form. Like, this is so old. So yeah, there are fans who have been there for, like, the olden days, as I like to say. And they are feeling this. Over the course of this week, I have had the opportunity to talk with some of you about the GW situation, especially on Instagram. And some recommended that I would in fact be doing a straight up video about it and not just a feature in something else. Because I was kind of reluctant of doing this because I really could not relate with the emotional attachment that people were having with this, because I'm just new to this. But the more I keep on hearing about this, as one stated, the whole community is feeling like a state of depression. Because on the terrible news, something that you've seen featured so often here on my channel, the TTS series created by Alfas is unfortunately on an indefinite hiatus. And I've linked the video before on the channel, and I recommend that you go and check that out first if you haven't yet. What are you doing here? Go and check it first, please. With that said though, I think that we wholeheartedly support his decision on this. While in terms of technicalities, Games Workshop should not be able to affect this because I think that most of you are already familiar with the whole concept of
The following is a fan-based parody,
which is protected under the Fair Act or the Fair Use. But with the framework that Games Workshop has put out there, there's no security for anything. Alfas points out in his video that, which we kind of all know, but just listening to him, like there seem to be points where he sounded like he was on the verge of tears, but this is a passion project that he put out there with an entire team behind it, like top-notch quality content on YouTube that you don't find anymore. The dedication that is there, putting hours on end to animate these things, for the voice acting, for everything, and it's just taken away, just like that. There is an uncertainty. The man has to pay a mortgage, he's a dad now. He needs something to latch onto. And even as he points out later on regarding the possibilities of future adaptations or changes in the channel, whether or not it is monetized or not, you want to put your fan work out there and not have the fear of it being taken down whenever the company feels to. We've seen that with many other animators before, and it is a terrifying thing. And the reason why I mentioned the whole thing with the age is that from what I've heard for so many now, it's like you've had this very precious thing, a lovely thing, like a Jeff Goldblum, like this weird, quirky and crazy thing, like the best thing ever. Just you've seen it grow, but then morph into this unthinkable mess of a thing that is just disgusting and pitiful and so petty, like for no reason. And whenever you think that it's done, GW
finds a way
to make it worse. And I frankly do not understand where they come from with this. It's scary on one end that you will be checking the Black Library channel on YouTube and the comments section is disabled. That alone means that you don't even want communication from your fans. Any sort of criticism, or positive or negative, you do not care. I will say draconian way of seeing things, but it comes pretty damn close. And it's not for a reason that GW is on the verge of bankruptcy. No, I have for the last 2 days actually been checking out things regarding the stock market for certain companies, trying to understand as to why things are going so weird. I did that for Ubisoft. I followed along with World of Warcraft, or at least Activision Blizzard recently. You've seen some of the recent videos for those of you who've checked that out. But for GW, I stumbled upon this article which was actually made today by The Guardian, talking about how Games Workshop grew to become more profitable than Google. We're talking about a franchise where things are costing up to 100 quids, with minis that you need to paint and everything, but that still, of course, lacks the essentials that are restrictive, because GW is making things even more costly. But then again, you go ahead and check out the revenue for this year, right? Or at least last year, that was £361 million. British pounds, thank you. A profit margin of 43%, higher than Google's owner Alphabet Group margin, which is about 25%. Now, obviously, Google is making money off of a hell of a lot of other things, but the points still stand. It's not like GW is on the verge of bankruptcy and they need to employ some weird methods to gain more money. They don't! I don't understand how you are alienating your own fan base like this, not listening to them.
Let the hate flow through you.
I'm at a lack of words. All that I can truly say is that we can keep a hope in that somehow this, I don't know, chaos infestation that's been lurking inside them somehow leaves them and they come back to their senses. We can hope that they do not continue in this route. Alpha, no matter what, has stated that he would like to put a conclusion onto these characters that they have established, not leave it just like that. Whether it is a decision of creating like a spiritual succession to the show, where the characters are not rebooted but changed somehow, I'll just say that support that. And it's going to be odd if GW does not come forward with documentation of them saying forth that people are allowed to create these fan animations, these parodies. Because you don't want, like, going to a raid where your party member, as soon as you summon their name, they just come and backstab you. Like, you don't want to deal with that. At any moment's notice, they can just turn back and say, nope, we don't care about whatever excuse that you may have, or whatever condition you are in, cancel that right now. But this is my take on it. However you can, for now, enjoy the work that's been put out there. The series, please go and check them out. Whatever you are going to see a reaction from me, please, I don't know, go and check it out first. They need your support. And yeah, like, I kind of feel regretful now because I went and spent during the Steam summer sales, I bought me some Battlefleet Armada 2 Gothic, the entire collection of it. Battle Sector, I got 2. Dawn of War 2, I was recommended that. I was recommended not to buy the 3rd, so I bought 2. 1 is also said to be very good. I may check that out in the future. And yeah, Eisenhorn is on the wish list. But I kind of I somewhat feel bad for buying these things, but I truly just want to enjoy those and know what they're all about. But hearing these kind of things is like, why am I supporting? But yeah, it shouldn't be like this. Unfortunately, here we are. But guys, this has been my own take on this entire thing. I hope not to have to make this type of video anymore. It's annoying, and I don't think that people want to hear about this. We just want to have fun. So yeah, come and check back in on some TTS reaction for the future. Let's also keep our chin ups and yeah, have a good one nonetheless. See you guys next time.